All right, so let's give an overview of what Aegis is. Um, I created Aegis to solve uh, uh, a problem that we see today with microservices, which is that they're generally very difficult to build because of because microservices are distributed components of a distributed application, which are inherently difficult to build because of the network boundary. Uh, and for that reason, and um, you see a lot of microservice projects fail. Part of that might be, applying the wrong solution, where it's just uh, microservice envy, and a desire to learn the latest technology, and part of it might be an earnest attempt to avoid missing an opportunity cost um, of agility, and speed, time to market, smaller teams or agile teams, um, quicker deployments, all the trappings of microservices that are of value. And so, given that the fact that components are distributed, um, and that's the main cause of pain when attempting to engineer and run a microservice application. There's a few things that come to mind that we can think about. So, what do we think the main reason for distributing the application components is? Now, some say that it's to be able to scale, but that doesn't make much sense to me. You can scale a monolith. There's no reason you can't. Maybe it's easier, but this still can be done with a monolith. Really, the real since you could argue that microservices is not an architecture, it's just a way of deploying an application. Um, Really, the real value is independent deployment. That's what allows you to carve up different teams. That's what allows the independence that you find with microservices. Um, so that begs the question: what if we could um, avoid the hassle of distribution and still allow teams to deploy independently without having to coordinate, without just as they do now, but everybody runs within the same process, or that is, we can consolidate. That distribution isn't a necessary condition to deployment independence. That is the point of that is the reason why Aegis exists, is it allows for that to happen. So that does a couple things. One, uh, uh, companies or organizations that might not normally, entertain moving to microservices, because of the what's called the microservices premium and the risk involved, cost and scope, might now consider it. And organizations maybe that are struggling with a growing Death Star, a big ball of mud, might consider using it to combat some of the operational complexity that they're experiencing because of the growing number of microservices, and avoid the complexities of things like service mesh, all these additional tools that you have to bring to bear to fight problems that arise from distributed application. So for these reasons, Aegis exists. All right. Did it not record?